So we're on day 2 of the Silent Steps fundraising campaign for Lewis, which primary goal is to raise awareness to infant and baby loss throughout the month of October. So I've already had to break out my big coat and my umbrella because it's absolutely lashing. But it's all for a good cause. So I was having a think today, and I've said obviously a couple of times about raising awareness and stuff, and I was having to think about what is it that I want to raise awareness to. So 3 things really. The first thing is I want to kind of raise the awareness of how common this actually is. You know, unfortunately the stats say like 1 in 4 pregnancies end in a loss. Like, that's crazy. Like, and I'm not sure many people know that stat. Then the second thing I want to raise awareness to is obviously the For Lewis charity, who were amazing when we lost our little girl Daisy, and I want to sort of raise awareness to them, who they are, what they do, and get them as much support and donations as possible, you know. And then the third thing I want to raise awareness to is kind of awareness to what it's like from our point of view, so from a parent who's lost. And just maybe what my ultimate aim at some point, what I wanted to do, was to start some sort of podcast or support group, or I don't know, something to help people. I just wouldn't know where to begin with something like that. So what I was thinking is maybe throughout this month, while we are on this campaign and stuff, I might put a couple of videos out there, and just go through some stuff, you know, like that people just wouldn't even think of really. So how to handle certain situations that crop up. One that I can remember was, like, you know, when you're going into a supermarket and they've got a big baby and toddler event on, slashing all the toys down by 50%, all this type of thing. You're not prepared to see that 3 or 4 days after you've lost your child and you need to just go out and grab some bread and milk. Like, it's hard. And there's so many situations that crop up that people just wouldn't think about, and I would never have thought about, but they present themselves and you have to somehow deal with it. So yeah, I'd like to put videos out like that, maybe talk about some of the silly things that people say not long afterwards, because believe me, there's a lot of things people say and they're just naive. They think they're helping, but in reality they're not. And yeah, there's all sorts of things I could talk about, like how dealing with Father's Days, you know, like first birthdays, first Christmas, the due date, all these things. There's so much I could talk on the subject for hours. But yeah, that's my aim, to get some videos out there, hopefully to help people, hopefully to maybe educate and inform people a little bit, hopefully to break the stigma down of it, to get people talking about it. It's really not something you have to shy away from. Some people may like to not speak about it, but I seen a quote a couple of years ago that said something like along the lines of, I'm not upset that you mentioned my child, I'm upset when you act like he didn't exist. And it's quite true. But yeah, so that's my aim, get some videos out there, try and help a couple of people out. Even if it helps one person, then that's good enough for me. But you know, there could be people who are just going through this, unfortunately, or people who've recently gone through this, who just need to see something from someone who's relatable in a way. So that's my aim anyway. Sorry, it's a bit of a long video, but yeah, that's the aim.